You're probably never going to own a home, and honestly, it doesn't matter how many years you're willing to save for it. In 3 countries around the world, this quiet verdict is already in motion right now, while millions of people keep telling themselves they've still got plenty of time. They wait for prices to freeze, for the market to finally crash, for things to somehow work themselves out. But artificial intelligence, looking at this picture without any emotion, sees something completely different. It sees a massive door to homeownership slowly closing in front of an entire generation. And here's the thing that really should scare you. We're not talking about poor or unstable countries. These are 3 wealthy nations that, for decades, attracted people chasing a stable life. Places where owning a home was always considered a normal step into adulthood, nothing fancy. And that's exactly why the hit is going to land so hard. The first one, on the surface, looks like the calmest of them all. Australia. Ocean, sunshine, quiet suburbs, houses with verandas and big backyards. That postcard image millions of people keep in their heads as the ideal life. But pull that glossy layer back just a little, and a very different reality shows up underneath. A regular family home in Sydney now costs so much that an average family simply cannot afford it, not even by working their entire lives without a single break. Melbourne is heading down the exact same road, just a few years behind. Young Australians are increasingly stuck living with their parents until 30 and beyond, not out of laziness, but because there's literally nowhere else for them to go. And if you think that's the worst example on this list, buckle up. It gets heavier from here. The United Kingdom plays this game differently. There are no loud headlines. Everything happens slowly and almost in silence. And that's exactly what makes it hit harder in the end. In London, rent has been swallowing half of people's paychecks for years now, and for many, way more than half. That quiet pain has already spread far beyond the capital. Manchester, Bristol, Edinburgh, and dozens of other cities where young Brits half-jokingly call themselves the generation that will never own a home. Behind that joke sits a very grown-up kind of fear. They work, they pay taxes, they raise kids, and they still live inside someone else's walls. By 2030, the country risks turning into a place where you don't buy property through hard work anymore. You inherit it, or you're out of luck. And now the third country, the one whose name you've probably already said to yourself, the United States. A country that, for centuries, was built on one simple picture: your own house, your own lawn, your own flag by the door. The famous American dream, and it's falling apart right in front of everyone. Prices have shot up so high that young families don't even know how to step onto the market. Mortgage rates are crushing the middle class harder than any recession. Massive investment funds are buying up entire neighborhoods and turning them into permanent rentals. And in states where wildfires, floods, and hurricanes keep showing up like clockwork, home insurance basically costs as much as a second mortgage. When AI models America in 2030, it sees a country split by a brand new, brutal line. Those who already own and those who'll be renting for the rest of their lives and passing that fate straight down to their kids. 3 countries, 3 different stories, and one and the same ending, all of them moving toward it with disturbing synchronicity. By 2030, owning a home will stop being a regular purchase and turn into a social marker, proof that you either made it in time or missed the train for good. And the worst part of all this? That door I mentioned at the beginning is still slightly open, but it's closing right now while you're watching this video. So which side of that door are you planning to end up on?